Hello everyone. In this video I am discussing about active methylene compounds. So in this particular video mainly focusing on what are active methylene compounds and how they are prepared. So let me tell you something about methyl, methylene and methane group. So in methyl group, three hydrogens will be there and one position will be occupied by alkyl group. Now in methylene compounds it will be CH2, right? So the two hydrogens and two alkyl groups. Whereas in methane group, one hydrogen and three valences by alkyl group, any other group. Okay. So basically methyl group means there will be three hydrogens. Here methylene 2 and methane 1 hydrogen. So how this is area of our interest, methylene compounds, and how they are becoming active in nature. Let me explain you in detail. So this carbon, this is the CH2 and this carbon is attached to two electron withdrawing groups. Okay. So what will be the electron density on this carbon then? Since electron withdrawing groups are highly electron negative in nature, that means there will be negative inductive effect. So they will be pulling electron density between these two, this carbon and this group, towards the electron withdrawing group. Similarly, this will also do the same way. So the carbon become more and more electron deficient in nature. So as you know, in inductive effect, what will happen if there is a electron deficiency or positive charge developed over here, and obviously there will be an electron density pulling towards this carbon. So the electron density between carbon hydrogen will be towards this one, and similarly this electron density between this hydrogen and carbon will be towards this carbon. This is basically minus I effect of electron withdrawing group. So that means this hydrogen will have a greater tendency to leave as H plus, because the electron density is very less. Now very least tendency of this hydrogen to getting stick to this carbon. So if base is coming means it will easily go as H plus. Similarly this will also go as H plus. Okay, because of the less electron density over here. Okay, so that is how you can replace this hydrogen very easily. That is how it is known as active methylene compounds. Or rather you can say these hydrogens are acidic. Why this is acidic? This is going as H plus. They are H plus donors. Okay, that is how they are acidic. Now this electron withdrawing group could be cyano group, aldehyde group, keto group, ester group, anhydride group, nitro group, sulfonic acid group, etc. Any electron withdrawing group or any group which is having minus I effect. Okay. So minus I effect group of electron withdrawing groups make this hydrogens active or rather acidic. And there is another thing I have to make you remember, that is this H plus can be replaced successively. What does it mean? If you are adding one equivalence of base, this one of these hydrogens will be going. So this will be going as H plus, this bonded pair will be converted to lone pair and the carbon will be getting negative charge. This will become nucleophilic in nature, carbanion. Okay, now this can undergo any kind of nucleophilic substitution reaction and so on. Now after that reaction there is still one hydrogen over here which is also active because of the presence of electron withdrawing group. So you can add the second equivalent of base then, and making this hydrogen going as H plus, and this lone pair will be going to carbon. Again carbon will be carbanion in nature or nucleophilic in nature. Again it can add to or it can undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction. So successively you can do this replacement of H plus. Okay. Now some examples I am showing here. This is pentane 2,4-dione, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons, and second, fourth position you have keto group. Okay, that is a pentane 2,4-dione. Or rather you can call it as 1, 2, 3. The first and third, relatively with this first and third position you have keto group. So basically 1,3 diketone. So because of this carbon, this is our area of interest, carbon with two hydrogens, methylene group, and it is attached to two electron withdrawing keto group. So this becomes acidic. Now another example is malonic acid, diethyl malonate, ester of malonic acid. If you have hydrogen over here and hydrogen over here, then this becomes CH2 CO2H, here also CO2H, that is malonic acid. Now that hydrogen, if you are replaced by ethyl group, then this is dimethyl malonate. Okay, now if you are replacing with methyl, then dimethyl malonate, like that. So here also this hydrogens are acidic because it is attached to two electron withdrawing or minus I effect groups like ester. Similarly, it's not necessary that both the groups should be the same in nature, two esters or two ketones. You can have one side ketone and the other side ester. Okay. Similarly, you can have one side cyano group, one side ester group, one side nitro group, one side keto group, whatever may be. You should notice that it should be electron withdrawing in nature, so that this become active. Okay. So both the two sides should be flanked by electron withdrawing group. Now there are some properties of this one, keto-enol tautomerism. So keto-enol tautomerism means there will be a dynamic equilibrium between keto form and enol form. There will be two tautomers in which one will be in keto form, the other will be in enol form. So this is an example I am showing, malonic acid ester, in which this hydrogen, this will be going as H plus. So bonded pair becomes a double bond over here. So carbon's valence increasing here. So pi bond will be shifting to oxygen. So O become O minus in nature, and this H plus will be coming over here. So that is what is happening over here. Okay. So now this has become ene and alcohol ol. So enol. Okay. Enol. So this is the keto-enol tautomerism in malonic ester. Now another example I would like to show you, acetoacetic ester. Here also this hydrogen is going here and O minus will be picking up this proton. So you will be getting keto-enol tautomerism. In this case, one side ketone, one side ester, and this can happen in this side also. This proton can go over here like this. Okay, one at a time. Both sides you cannot have a double bond. Okay, so one at a time, either a ketonic enolate or ester enolate. Okay. Now another example with one cyano group, one side cyano group, the other side ester group. Okay, so here I am showing towards ester group, and this side also you can have. Okay, this pi bond will be shifting over here. Here C triple bond N. That one of the pi bonds will be shifting to nitrogen. Nitrogen gets negative charge, and the proton will be going to here. So C double bond NH. Okay. So likewise also it can have, but that type it will not be old, right? C double bond NH, imine type will be there. Since I am showing enol, I have drawn in this side. Okay. Now a second property of active methylene compounds are they are strongly acidic. So what does it mean? So if compound to be acidic means it will easily donate proton. So easily donate proton means after how this could easily donate proton, because after donating proton it should form a stable compound or stable thing. Then only it will have a tendency to donate proton. Okay. So if it is this keto form, if it is donating this H plus, this pi bond will be shifted to, sigma bond will be converted into negative charge. Okay, carbanion will be generated like this. Okay, now this negative charge will be shifted to here, pi bond, this will be going to O minus. Okay, what does it called? Resonance, right? And this will not stop at there, this will come back here, this pi bond shifts over here, and this will be pi bond will be becoming negative charge. This is structure. So whatever counter anion which is formed, or conjugate base which is forming, that is enolate. Okay, enol. Okay, O minus like that, right? So enolate forming is resonance stabilized. 3 resonance structures compared to this thing. So that is why this resonance structure is stable. That is why it is having a strong tendency to donate proton. Similarly, if you are seeing enol form, this H plus will be giving. Okay, and this O minus will be in resonance form like this. Okay, this again will be in resonance like this, and you will be having again 3 structures. So they are highly acidic because of the resonance stabilization of the resulting enolate ion formed after the proton donation. Okay, that is how these compounds are strongly acidic. Now I would like to take one compound in particular and want to discuss about the synthesis of it. So now ethyl acetoacetate I have taken. So ethyl acetoacetate, how this nomenclature came? See, this is CH3CO group is aceto group, right? And if you are seeing over here, this is CH2COET, means ethyl ester of acetic acid, right? So that is why ethyl acetoacetate or acetoacetic ester. So this is the acetic acid ester and this is aceto group. So acetoacetic ester. That's how the name came. Now it is prepared by Claisen condensation. Claisen condensation. What is undergoing Claisen condensation? Ethyl acetate. Two molecules of ethyl acetates are undergoing self condensation. Like we have seen aldol condensation. If you are taking ester and the ester enolate will be forming, in that case it is known as Claisen condensation. And the base used is alkoxide base, sodium ethoxide, whatever maybe, it should be alkoxide base, and followed by acidification or acidification. Okay. Now two molecules of ethyl acetate I have taken. One will be acting as nucleophile, the other will be acting as electrophile, and you will be getting acetoacetic ester plus ethanol. Now let me show you in detail how this is happening. So mechanism of Claisen condensation. First one is the formation of enolate ion. Since we are taken an ester thing, you will be generating an ester enolate. Now this is ethyl acetate CH3CO2ET. As you know, CO2ET is an electron withdrawing group, so that this hydrogens will be acidic. It will not be that acidic compared to our active methylene compound because it is having 2 -I group. Here it is having only one. Still it is acidic and we are using a strong base. So this C2H5 ethoxide base will be taking this proton and this sigma bond will be converted to negative charge over here like this. So now this becomes C2H5OH. Okay, here it gains a negative charge. Now this is in resonance stabilization with this keto group, right? This becomes a lone pair becomes, or negative charge becomes pi bond becomes negative charge. Okay, so this is the resonance stabilization of enolate ion. So this form is known as enolate. Okay, now the one which is having negative charge becomes nucleophilic in nature. So this is our nucleophilic counterpart. Now second step is attack of enolate anion to the second ethyl acetate. So the second enolate now is the electrophile and the enolate we generated is the nucleophile. Now what will happen? Nucleophile will be attacking the electrophile at the electron deficient center. So you have to identify which is the electron deficient center over here. Come to here, CH3, this is somewhat electron deficient because keto group is attached over here. Now if you are seeing this CH2, here CH2, CH3, it is attached to one oxygen. Now if you are looking into this carbon, this is attached to keto group, double bond O, here oxygen, 2 oxygen, electron withdrawing group. Then this carbon becomes more electron deficient. So the nucleophile go to attack at the more electron deficient center, this carbon, and this pi bond will be shifted to oxygen. So this sp2 hybridized carbon becomes sp3 hybridized in nature as a tetrahedral intermediate. Now how acetoacetic ester should form? Here you have to get CH3CO group, for which this will come back and OET will go. It is a good living group. That is the third step, elimination of ethoxide ion. O- will come back over here, OET will be eliminated. You will be getting CH3CO double bond, CH2CO2ET plus OET minus. Now we will think that our compound is formed. This is acetoacetic ester, but it is not so. Along with there is a base, right? So this base could abstract proton from ethyl acetate. So what if a more active compound is with the base? What will happen? Obviously it will pick up proton from this right? So this will be picking up proton from here, and this sigma bond will convert to negative charge, right? Like this. Okay. Now what you have to do? Now this base became alcohol now. Now it's not more basic in nature. Now we are safe. So next step, protonation over here. You have to add H plus over here. For that we will be making use aqueous acid. So aqueous acid, that is H3O plus. Now this O minus will be picking up H plus from here. This will be going as lone pair. So oxygen positive charge will be neutralized. So you will be getting the desired acetoacetic ester plus water. So now this is stable. This is how an acetoacetic ester is prepared by Claisen condensation.